Hi friends, I'm Abby and welcome back to my channel. Today is the start of a reading vlog, a weekend reading vlog, just cozy weekend, hang out with me and read some books and just spend the weekend with me. So my boyfriend's away this weekend and I thought this would be a great weekend for me to just be at home. I don't have any plans, I can read, and then suddenly I've got loads of plans. And I was like, oh, there goes my 24-hour reading vlog plan. There goes my big weekend of reading. But I'm going to do it anyway, and you can come along for my plans and we can see how much I can read. So I have two books I want to read, which I might be being ambitious. I was probably being fine, but now I'm being ambitious. And I thought there'd be a little theme, which is sci-fi standalones, short sci-fi standalones. So trying to clear off some of my physical TBR quite easily. And I have read literally no sci-fi this year, or hardly any sci-fi, and I thought this would be a great way to start reading a little bit more sci-fi because, I don't know, I've obviously just been in a bit of a fantasy fix or fantasy romance, that's pretty much what I've been reading, and sci-fi has really, it's not been having a moment this year. So, and I want to fix that because there are lots of sci-fi books that I want to read. Anyway, I want to fix that, and to start off, I just thought, let's do some standalones, that's easy, I don't have to think about my series and the amount of series I have on the go. I can just read these, feel like it's done, and they're quick as well. So the two that I want to work on, I'll talk about Punch Escrow first. This is by Tell N Clean. This is set in a futuristic world, our planet, the year 2147, so 120 years in the future. And in this future, teleportation is real, it's happening, people can teleport to get to their destinations, and you're following our main character, Joel, and at the beginning of the book, his teleportation journey goes wrong and he ends up on the run from the company that run teleportation. You follow him and that antics. And I've actually started this, I've been listening to the audiobook of this today, so today's Friday, and I listened to some of this before work on my walk, and I went for a run at lunchtime and listened to a bit more, and whilst I was making dinner, and I'm now 177 pages in. This book is so quick to listen to. So I've listened to pretty much half the book now. Half the book, just in little bits of the day. I don't even know how that happened. And I'm really enjoying the audiobook. I think it's fun. I think it's I think the narrator does a good job. I'm invested. I want to know what's going to happen next. It just seems very action-packed. And it actually says on the front that now in development to be a film, and I think this will work as a sci-fi film. I think it will it will have mass appeal. I don't think it's going to be a new favourite. I don't think it's doing anything groundbreaking or anything, but I'm enjoying it. And I like our main characters. I like Joel, I like his wife, and I like seeing the situation that they're in and how they're surviving it, and then also the technology that's explored. I think it's an interesting look at teleportation and if it was a thing, and how that would affect the economy and how that would affect the world and how the world would deal with teleportation as a thing. So I will be keeping to read this. And maybe I'll finish this. Maybe I'm not being too ambitious, because seeing as I'm reading this very, very quickly, or listening to it very, very quickly, it appears. And then my next one is The Echo Wife by Sarah Galey. I think it's a domestic thriller. I think it's to do with a husband that has left his wife for a younger version of her. And this woman looks weirdly the same to our main character. So I will see what this is like once I start it. I don't know if I'm going to listen to the audiobook or read this one physically. I will see tomorrow and Sunday, see how I go. But that is the plan so far for this weekend. Read these and we'll see how we do. See how far I can get through them both. Hopefully I can finish them both, and then maybe I'll have time for something else. But that is the plan. So I've got some drinks tonight. Then me and Sophia are going book shopping tomorrow. We're going to the Book Warehouse, which is a discounted bookstore which has just the craziest deals. It's 30%, books are 30% of the normal price. Great deals. And then I've got more drinks in the evening for another friend's birthday. And then on Sunday, it's pretty quiet, I think. I'm meant to be hanging out with Fish and Sam virtually. And I'm also filming a video for World Hoppers. So those are the rough plans for the weekend. And let's go. Here it is. Here's my OOTD, outfit of the day but for the night. OOTN, outfit of the night. I have my very old and trusty burgundy top on, denim jacket, and then a black, not real leather skirt, tights. And ta-da, we're ready to go. Good morning, good morning. Well, I had a few cocktails last night, but I'm awake, I'm here, I'm ready. It's 9:30 and I'm off to meet Sophia now to go to the book warehouse. So we did it, we're awake, we're presentable. My outfit of the day is just jeans and this nice top and a cardigan. And let's go buy some books.
I still need to recover from another lover. Would you be here for me? Never met your parents, not even your mother. But let's see where this leads. What should we do tonight? What if this breaks your little heart in mine? What should we do tonight? Let's just find out. Pretty blue jeans and me.
Hello. So I'm back from the book warehouse. So I spent the day there with Sophia. Well, not the whole day, but a few hours. Like, it's a big place. There's a lot of shelves. There's a lot of books there. And I'm feeling really tired after being out last night and then having a whole day out today. And I was meant to be going out tonight, but I'm just not feeling it. I'm not feeling it. I'm feeling guilty about not going because I should be going, but I'm really not feeling it. I just want to sleep and just be by myself. And it should be normalised that if you're not feeling it, you don't have to go out. I'm trying to tell myself that. Like, if you're really not feeling it and you're not feeling like you're going to have a good time, and then you just don't have to go. You don't have to go. Abby, you don't have to go. You can just stay in. It's fine. It's fine. It is fine. Yeah. Anyway, I've made the decision. I'm staying in because I can't face it. I can't face it because I don't think I'm going to know that many people there, and I just can't face being around people that I don't know. Ugh. First world problems. Okay, so you're not here for that. You're not here for my dilemmas about going out on a Saturday night or not. You're here to for me to talk about books and my bookish things and not my day to day. The book warehouse, such a great place. So I got some books. I picked up both Get a Life, Chloe Brown, and Take a Hint, Danny Brown by Talia Hibbert. These were both there. There was no Eve. I really hunted for Eve, but they only had these first two. And these are the first two books in the the first two books in the Brown Sisters series. So I have read Get a Life, Chloe Brown, but I haven't read Danny. So I thought this would be a great opportunity to pick these both up and add them to my little romance collection, which is slowly growing. And this might mean that I will get to Danny sooner because I have it on Kindle, but I'm never prompted to pick up the books that I have on Kindle. So I figure actually having it in physical form will mean that I will pick it up. And these were hiding on the bottom shelf, just hidden away, tucked away. But I saw them because I looked at every shelf. So these two. And then I found Hyperion by Dan Simmons. I don't know that much about this. It's a book. It's a classic work of sci-fi from the 90s, I think, and it generally seems to get pretty well reviewed. I think this one's sort of short stories, and I was actually talking to Kyle. He's on some Discords and we talk on Instagram. He has a channel as well, so I can link his channel, and he was reading this recently and was really enjoying it, and some of the stories were affecting him. He was really liking some of the short stories and what they were about and how he was listening to them, and then would just have to stop and once he finished it and just reflect. So I'm hoping I have that experience with this and I like it as much as he has been enjoying it. But it was quite funny that I hadn't really thought that much about this book, and then we were talking about it this week, and then here it is. So well timed. And then a couple of hardbacks. I found, Sophia found The Light of Midnight Stars by Brenna Rosner. This is a fantasy standalone, which was published last year, so it was a 2021 release. I remember having it on my anticipated releases, and I think this is a Jewish folklore retelling. Or like deep in the Hungarian woods, the sacred magic of King Solomon lives on in his descendants. Gathering under the midnight stars to perform small miracles, and none are more gifted than the great Rabbi Isaac and his 3 daughters. Hannah, bookish and calm, can coax plants to grow even when the weather is bitterly cold. Sarah, defiant and strong, can control the impulsive nature of fire. And Lavanna, the Fey One, can read the path of the stars to decipher their secrets. When a darkness sweeps across Europe and threatens the life of every Jew, the rabbi and his family are forced to flee. But in the end, danger will reach even those who thought they could escape. Each sister will have to make an impossible choice to survive and change the fate of their family forever. So we will see. We'll see what this is like. I mean, it's a standalone. It's got a very pretty cover. So pretty. So pretty. And I don't think I've really heard like that many people talking about it, or like, yeah, have really said that much about it, I don't think. But we'll see. And then the final one I picked up, yeah, again, I don't really have that much of a synopsis for it that I know of. This one Patrick has spoken about a lot, and that is The Hand of the Sun King by J.T. Greathouse. And this was one of his favourite books last year, 2021. I know he really liked it. It's the first book in a series. So I believe for this one, you're following this guy, and his mother and father are from different sides of the empire. Or his father are the right hand of the empire, and his mother's family like reject the empire, and he feels like he can choose between them, or he can choose a magical path, but in his choices it will entangle him in a war between the gods. So who knows, someone making a choice. But Patrick sold me on this, and I do really like this cover, like the details on the hand, very pretty blue. So those were the 5 books that I picked up at the book warehouse. There they all are in their prettiness. So I luckily only 4 to add to the TBR, because one of them has thankfully already been read. Guess how much I spent for these? Because this was £18. And £18 for 5 books. 5 books. Book warehouse is worth it. If you've not been to the book warehouse, you should go to the book warehouse if you are in the south of England. Like, that is such a good deal. It is such a good deal, because the Hand of the Sun King by itself is £17. So I got all 5 of these books for pretty much the price of one. Like, what a deal. It's a deal, it's a steal. You should come to England just for this, just to go to the book warehouse for these deals, because like, what a deal. So there we go. Those are the 5 books I picked up there. And then we're now going to stay in this evening and have a cozy night in. So I'm going to pick up some pastries now, because I used Too Good To Go. It's like a food app where you can order food that restaurants are getting rid of. So I've ordered that, but it will probably be more for like breakfast rather than dinner. Sophia and I had Nando's at like 3, so I'm not that hungry. I will do that. So that's a nice little walk away, and then we can come back and we can have a chilled, relaxed evening together and finish some of my sci-fi books that I've been working on. Okay, so I picked up my bag of goodies from Auray on Too Good To Go. So it looks like they've given me maybe a raspberry croissant, a chocolatey croissant, I'd guess. I've got a sandwich, not sure what's in there. There's a sandwich with something in it. Oh, and a loaf of bread of some kind, nutty bread. It's really heavy bread. So anyway, that's what I got for like £3 on this Too Good To Go. And I think it was a pretty successful haul. Okay, pyjamas are on. I'm feeling very hay fevery. Very hay fevery this evening. I have finished the Punch Escrow, but I'm going to save my thoughts for tomorrow when I'm feeling a bit more alive. And I'm going to start on my second book, which is The Echo Wife. I'm going to start this right now and see how far I can go, see how much I can read this evening. I don't think I'll be able to finish it because it's already gone 9 o'clock now, so might not be able to finish it, but see what I can do, see how much I can read. That will be my Saturday night with a book.
Running through evergreen, pretty blue jeans and me. Yeah, she's what I need. I still need to recover from another love.
Hello, so it is now Sunday. Saturday past, now to Sunday, and I've had a busy morning so far, and it's already 2:30 and the day is really getting away from me. So I woke up and I had a haircut first thing, which I didn't vlog at all, but I had a haircut, and then I had a hangout with Vish and Sam for a little bit, and now I have just gone to the food shop. So food shop is now done for the week, and I thought I'd show you what I've got. I always find it really interesting to see what like US supermarkets look like, or supermarkets that are not in my own country, and see what they look like and how much people spend on food. Like, I am shocked. Whenever Aaron at Booked and Busy does her food haul and she says how much it costs, I was like, your food is expensive. I mean, I don't know if it's her food or like food in general in the US. So I thought I'd show you what I got and how much it is in pounds and dollars. So just show you what I like to eat. I'm going to beautify myself to film a couple of videos, and I will update on my bookish thoughts after I've done that. Okay, so here is the haul. Cold things, chicken, Philadelphia, halloumi. I've got 2 sets of yogurts. I've never tried this one, it's an oat one, but I really like their normal yogurts. I've got strawberries, melon, apricots, apples, lots of vegetable, lettuce, avocados, peppers, spring onions, more peppers, fajita, Coke, rhubarb drink, which I really like, bars, shampoo. There we go. So hopefully should keep us fed for a little bit. Oh, and this all came to £43. So I just checked that, and that's $53. Okay, so I've just finished filming 2 videos, which will go up some point they will be going up. So those 2 videos have been filmed, and I will be filming a world hoppers video in like 5 minutes. So this is going to be a very quick update, so I can't waffle too much. And now you can see my haircut a bit more, like freshly cut, it feels nice. I felt like I was just having like this sort of block around my head, which I was just struggling to do anything with because it was just so like, it had no volume, it had no oomph, it had no energy. I was like, it just needs to be fresh, and it needs to be fresh energy, some layers, please give me layers. So yeah, really happy that has been done, and it smells so nice. Love going to get a haircut. So I finished the Punch escrow, and I listened to this all on audio, and I think this was quite a good book because I had just finished reading The Wall of Storms, and that I loved. 5 stars, amazing. But I haven't read it in this video, but I started this following that, and I think this was a good book to avoid me going into a slump, because I had loved that book so much that any book that was going to follow it was going to have a hard time, because how can you follow a 5-star fantastic book that is the best thing that you've pretty much read all year? Like, you can't. And I think this did a good job at doing that, because it was fast-paced and engaging, that I was always interested in what was going on. I enjoyed the characters. I thought it had an interesting setup with this teleportation and the situation involving Joel and why he is on the run, or why this agency is now after him. Like, I think it was always fast-paced and engaging, but it is a very plot-heavy book, that it is focused on the plot rather than the characters. And I'm not so much of a plot-focused reader. I read a lot more for characters, and so I didn't connect to our characters. I didn't really root for them or feel for them, because it is so focused on this plot. And it does say this has been in development as a film, and I think this will work really well as a film. I think it will translate really well to screen, and it will work well as a standalone film. I did find the ending to be a little bit disappointing, that it was a bit like, oh, that's it, that's where we've gone. Okay, fine. And so in some ways I feel as though the actual plot and the premise of this book is more interesting than maybe the execution, and where this actually goes. That maybe the premise is really, really interesting, and the bulk of the book is really interesting, but I don't feel as though it wraps up in the most satisfying way. Liked it, didn't love it, but I do think the audio narration was really well done. I think the narrator did an excellent job with this. So I'd recommend it if you're after a quick science fiction set in our world, but in a future of our world, with some interesting technology and very plot heavy, fast paced. I have also now started The Echo Wife, and I managed to get 80 or so pages in, 80 pages in of 250 last night, and really hoping to read some more of this today. this is really interesting. I feel like I don't want to talk too much about it because a lot has been revealed in these first 80 pages, and I don't know like at what point it will become spoilers. So I just feel like it's better if I say nothing because I didn't know very much going in apart from like the sci-fi thriller clone type technology, and so that's all I really knew going in, and that's all I think you should know going in. But I think it is well written. I'm engaged. I'm really interested to see what's going to be happening next. I like our main character. I like the science and the science aspect to this, and I'm just very, very intrigued. And I'm liking the way that this, I haven't been so interested in reading any like domestic thrillers or thrillers as a whole lately this year because I had a bad run of them. But I'm quite enjoying this so far, maybe because of the sci-fi elements to it, that it's a thriller but with a twist. But we will see how it keeps going, because a lot of aspects to a thriller, a lot of the like, a thriller I feel as though you have to see how it ends. Like it depends on where it goes, depends on how satisfying the ending is. And if it doesn't have a good ending, then it might end up warping my opinions of the rest of the book, if that makes sense. So we will see, but so far really, really engaged and really, really enjoying this. Update on all the food that I got on Too Good To Go yesterday. So I had the chocolate croissant this morning. It was like the chocolate Nutella croissant. Absolutely delicious, but so much Nutella. Like they stuffed that with Nutella. Really delicious, but very sweet for breakfast. I mean, I like a sweet breakfast, but it was a lot. This bread that I just had with like the avocado and halloumi for dinner, this bread's a winner. Like absolutely delicious. I love all the seeds. It's just like soft, top tier bread. Hello friends. So I have now finished the Echo Wife. So I didn't finish this on Sunday like I anticipated that I would. I thought that I was going to. Easy peasy. Sunday ended up being a lot busier than I thought it was going to be. What with the hairdressers and then talking to Vish and Sam, the food shop, filming for World Hoppers, and then eating dinner, and then I was doing the reading sprints, and I didn't quite get through all of this before the end of the day, but I did finish this on Monday evening. So thankfully, didn't take me too long to finish it. And I actually really like this. I wasn't too sure like what my feelings were going to be going in, and this exceeded my expectations. I really enjoyed this. Again, I don't really want to like talk too much about it because it feels very spoilery just to mention like anything about this book. But I'd say that it's well written. I would say I enjoyed the writing style. I found it flowed very easily. I was always intrigued to keep reading and finding out more. I liked our main characters. I found that they were very interesting to read from. Not necessarily the most likable, but interesting to read from. And I enjoyed like looking at the sort of the science thriller aspect to it and seeing how it was all unfolding. I will say I had to suspend my disbelief a little bit. Some of the time I was like, I just don't quite believe how no one is like calling you out, or like no one is saying anything, or there was like just, yeah, I had to suspend my disbelief a little bit. Like you have to suspend your disbelief with the science behind some of these things, but also with the rest of the community. So like around these people. But overall, I really liked it and would recommend it if you're after like a short sci-fi thriller. And actually, I've been in a bit of a thriller slump. Like all the ones I've picked up in the last year, I haven't enjoyed. So I just have decided that I'm not picking any up. But this actually really worked for me. I enjoyed it maybe because it had that sci-fi twist, that it didn't fall into the traps of a normal thriller. But this one really worked for me. So I would recommend it. I read it physically, so I cannot comment on the audiobook for this though. So these were the 2 books that I read over the course of the weekend and a little bit, and I think it was quite a success. It was a success of 2 sci-fi standalones. I definitely preferred the Echo Wife to the Punch Escrow. I'm happy that I've read them both, and I do actually feel like both of these would probably work quite well as films. Like both of them have I feel like they would both translate quite well to screen, and I would definitely be interested in reading more of what these authors put out. More so Sarah Galey, and I think I have some of her books that I don't own them, but I've been interested in some of her other books because they all seem quite different. Like she seems to be going between different genres and writing lots of different genres. So overall, a success. And there we go. So I hope you've enjoyed seeing me read these sci-fi standalones this past weekend, and also some of the other little bits and pieces from my life over the weekend. And thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my future videos. Bye!